This project here, we're going to start working on a little ramp for our little dogs. Not my dogs, but somebody asked me to build them a ramp. So actually it's going to be, they asked for stairs, but I'm actually going to build them a ramp with stairs kind of combined. So it'll end up being 2 foot long, 2 foot tall. It'll be a little bit of a ramp here. We'll put some carpet or something over top to get the dog some grip. And then also we'll end up taking this piece of length here, board here, this plywood, and cutting it and making 3 steps. So these steps will actually hinge off a couple side rails and hinge up to where you can either use it as a step or as a ramp. And then it also fold flat to where they don't want to use it, they can push it up underneath the bed or something like that. So we'll get going on this. I've already got this ripped down. You can make it whatever width you want. This one here is going to be 11.5 inches wide. So you can make it however you want. You've got a bigger dog or whatever, make it whatever width you want. All right, we're going to use this here piece of plywood here for the 2 sides. I'm going to cut this piece in half. It's not quite 6 inches, so I'll get almost 3 inch out of each leg. Just a little shy, and then enough for the length. So we'll cut this in half first and start laying out our holes. All right, so for our 2 legs that support the shells and everything, we're gonna use some, again, just some scrap hard maple to cover this plywood edges, make it kind of look pretty. All right, so on my steps here, the reason I keep a lot of these scrap pieces on my cutoffs when I'm doing projects, this is some maple here, hard maple. Instead of just leaving this edge here for over time to wear out, I'm gonna wrap this whole thing with this maple, and I'm actually gonna leave it here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna leave it taller. This is 7/8. I'm gonna leave this taller, and then this will where we'll put a little piece of carpet or something in here for the dog to get a little more traction on. So all right, we're gonna cut our pins to the length. I've got them inside here, all the bottomed out. We can cut them the length. I'm just using the spacer block here, go up against my fence. That way I get them all the same length. So to hold our steps up, we're just gonna, another piece of 3/4 ply. It's gonna go in behind here. Those other holes that we drilled out on our sides, and it'll sit in there like that. And then we'll have put another strip of wood along the front here. And then for it to fold up, it'll be folded in. This will fold in back first, and that'll fold down. All right, we got all the steps in with the supports. To hold this whole thing together, we're gonna put some braces in here. And I'm gonna put them in at a little bit of an angle. I'm not gonna put them flat because that'll help hold. If I put them flat here, then these will be not quite lined up. So I'm gonna push them up to where these hold flat on the front. All right, for my hole here, I'm going 10 inches down. I've got to be able to clear, I don't know if you can see the inside there, but I've got to actually clear all this for my nut inside. I'm just using these, I think they call these barrel nuts. Makes it nice, won't have any bolts or anything sticking out on the outside. And we'll put a washer in between. So here on the back, we're just adding a couple, using some maple again, just for some stop blocks here. So this will be attached here. I'll probably end up gluing these down too, just to make sure they stay in place. And then they'll just come up like that and your leg will stop there. All right, we got the legs all in with the braces. I'll end up doing something with this, probably cut it 45 or something there. But next thing I'm gonna do is glue on for the supports here. See, I just slides it out. So what we're gonna do is glue a piece of 3/4 by 3/4 wood here at the end, like so, and then that'll be how it catches the step there to hold it in place. So we'll get these glued on. All right, the top legs, we just wrapped it all, again, plywood, just kind of wrapped it all maple. We're just gonna trim these pieces here up. So I put these little pins in right here, and the purpose of these are, like on this one here, I don't have them in here. I noticed the other day when I was having my dog try it out, that when she went up, she caught her leg here, flipped this up, and that fell down, and that fell down. So, by putting these little pins here, if they catch this, this can't fall down that way. So catch it and it should keep it right in place. Plus, I think I'm gonna put a magnet right here, just hold it in place, and then also the magnet will hold these shut. So that's the purpose of the pin. And I had to cut them off to get them to go flat. So now we've got them back flat. All right, so on the bottom step, I need to cut this bottom piece here to 45 because it hits the floor. So, I mean, I could do it this way, but I can't do it that way. So what I'm gonna do is just put other bottoms here. I'll put this. We got all the pieces now cut. So we got the 3 blocks here for holding steps up, pins on either side, 3 steps, pins on either side, the front, you can see there where the catch inside. These pins here, I'm probably not even gonna glue these in case they break, that way they can get them right back out. I don't see any need for them to be glued in. The 2 legs, pretty simple, just hold the top and all covered in maple. And then the 2 side supports. So here we've got holes for our steps, and then holes for the supports. And then these last holes are just those pins that I showed you earlier to hold the steps in place, and then blocks in the back. So if you guys want to build something like this, I know there are some plans online. I don't really put many plans together. I just kind of build as I go. So I know there are some plans online if you want to try to build one of these. So. All right, so here on my steps, I'm just putting in a couple little small, little rare earth magnets. So we've got them here. I just drilled a small little hole. These are, I think, 5/16. So just drilled kind of a little small hole here. Put a little CA glue in here, and then we're gonna pop them in. And I just put it back on there to make sure I've got the right hole. And then we'll just use some carpet adhesive to glue these in. The last thing we're going to do is just add a brace on the back of our legs, and I just did a little engraving here for dogs only, because I don't think it's to be strong enough for somebody to use other than dogs. So we'll just attach these here. So we got this project here all wrapped up. So we just made some dog ramp steps combination. So let's just look at how it works. So you raise it up, pop the steps out, and you use it for a ramp. Or if you want to use it for steps, we open these up and pop the supports out. And you can actually use it in combination if you wanted 2 steps and then a little bit of a ramp here at the end. You can do it that way. So there we go, guys. And like I said, once we did the engraving back here on the back, dogs only, make sure, I don't know how much weight this would hold. I didn't build it for humans, it's for dogs only. So then take it down, just fold it in, and then if you need to shove it up under the bed or whatever, you can. So appreciate you again watching. Keep the videos coming, and don't forget to subscribe.